Welcome, dear viewers, to the MA English channel, your go-to destination for language learning. Today, we have a special treat for you. This video is designed not just for learning English but to immerse yourself in the richness of the language through a poignant and expressive story. It's a journey that will transport you into a world of words, emotions, and vivid imagery. In this story, you'll witness the resilience of a young individual facing challenges, the warmth of unexpected friendships, and the transformative power of dreams. So, buckle up for an adventure that goes beyond language practice. It's an exploration of the human experience told through the beauty of the English language. Before we dive in, a quick reminder: if you enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the MA English channel, hit that bell icon to stay updated with our latest content, and share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Your engagement means the world to us. Now, without further ado, let's paint the city with words and see where the journey takes us.
The relentless sun beat down on Aurora, a village woven from sun-baked clay and whispers of dust. Palm trees, weary from the incessant heat, cast skeletal shadows over cracked earth, their ragged leaves dancing a dry, rustling ballet. Here, poverty bloomed like stubborn weeds, clinging to every corner, painting of the horizon a dusty orange. Amidst this canvas of parched resilience lived Amour, a boy forged in the crucible of hardship. His 8 years were etched with the lines of labor, calloused hands mirroring the sun-baked fields he toiled in alongside his parents. Amour's hands, small and brown, gripped a hoe that seemed almost as tall as him. Sweat beaded on his forehead, tiny diamonds sparkling against the bronze. He hacked at the earth, each swing a defiance against the unforgiving land. Though poverty cast a long shadow, it couldn't dim the bright fire in Amour's eyes. They held not just the reflection of the harsh sun, but a flicker of something else. Ambition. Dreams danced in those orbs, dreams woven from stories his father whispered under the star-dusted night sky, tales of faraway cities where buildings kissed the clouds and rivers ran gold. Amour sat beside his father, eyes wide as constellations, as the old man's voice painted fantastical worlds. "One day, son," he'd say, his hand calloused but gentle, "you'll build your own kingdom, brighter than any in those stories." His days were a tapestry of hardship. The sun-up saw him in the fields, hoeing the unforgiving earth, wrestling with stubborn weeds and coaxing life from the thirsty soil. Amour ducked under a thorny branch, giggling as it snagged his hair. He spat dirt from his mouth, grinning at the sky, a canvas of cerulean washed with heat. Evenings were spent learning, not from books, but from the whispers of the wind through the palms, the wisdom etched in the faces of elders, and the stories his mother weaved while mending torn clothes. The lamplight danced on his mother's face, etched with lines mirroring the drought-ravaged land. Her nimble fingers coaxed life back into torn fabric, and her voice, like a cool breeze, spun tales of mythical heroes and daring merchants. But Amour wasn't alone in his dreams. By his side trotted his best friend, Maya, a girl with eyes as bright as desert flowers and a laugh that could crack the driest clay. Maya, a whirlwind of brown braids and mischief, skipped beside him, her laughter echoing like wind chimes in the dry air. "Together, Amour," she'd declare, her fist bumping his, "we'll build a palace made of gold, with rivers of chocolate and trees dripping with candy." Their days were a melody of shared dreams and silly games, laughter, their defiance against the harsh lullaby of poverty. One sweltering afternoon, as Amour wrestled with a particularly stubborn weed, a glint of metal caught his eye. He dug, heart pounding with anticipation, and unearthed a tarnished trinket, a miniature compass, its needle forever stuck pointing north. In that moment, amidst the dust and sweat, a seed of ambition sprouted in Amour's heart, and this worn needle wouldn't guide him through fields, but towards a city bathed in gold, a city he would build himself, brick by brick, dream by dream. Thus, under the sun-baked sky of Aurora, a boy's heart beat with the rhythm of ambition, fueled by stories whispered in the wind and the unwavering support of a friend who shared his wildest dreams. His journey had just begun, a dusty path, painted with hardship, laughter, and the unyielding glint of a compass pointing towards a horizon brimming with promise. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues. Amour and Maisha sat atop a hill, silhouetted against the vibrant canvas. He held the compass aloft, its needle unwavering. "North," he whispered, his voice filled with a newfound certainty. Maya's eyes, reflecting the dying embers of the sun, held a matching fire. "North," she echoed, their laughter mingling with the rustle of the wind, a melody of hope, dancing on the edge of a sun-baked village. Under Aurora's starlit warmth, Amour's nights weren't for sleep, but for learning. His father's tales of empires woven from grit lit a fire in his soul. "Knowledge, son," he'd say, "grows empires." These weren't just bedtime fables. They sprouted in Amour's mind, thirsting for more. He pestered the village elder, devoured scraps of his father's trade notes, and turned dust and dreams into a bustling backyard market. Even the well became a trading floor, ships of buckets bartered under the sun. Amour wasn't just captivated, he craved action. Fueled by tales of inventors, he concocted fantastical contraptions, once ending with a singed eyebrow, courtesy of a runaway goat and a discarded shoe. These were mere bumps on the road to greatness, proof of a constantly bubbling mind. Poverty, however, was a gnawing presence. The drought tightened its grip, meals grew smaller, and silence spoke volumes of empty bellies. But Amour's eyes, reflecting the flickering candle flame, held an unwavering resolve. "We'll overcome this, Mama," he whispered. Despite the challenges, his thirst remained unquenched. He learned from passing merchants' whispers, and on moonless nights snuck into the schoolmaster's tent, his eyes devouring forgotten pages. One such night, returning with a stolen book, he bumped into Maya, revealing a picture of a fantastical city, and under the silvery moonlight, a shared dream took flight. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the dusty road a fiery farewell. Amour and Maya stood, backpacks bulging with dreams and pebbles from home. Excitement crackled in the air, battling the desert wind. The city, a mirage of glass and steel, promised fortune but whispered uncertainty. Their journey was less chariot, more rickety wagon, and shared meals with sun-baked farmers. Nights were spent beneath sprawling skies, whispering ambitions that rivaled the Milky Way. The city swallowed them whole. Honking replaced familiar silence. Faces blurred past like brushstrokes. Amour's practice pitch turned to dust with each polite dismissal. He stood outside a gleaming building, a lone cactus in a concrete jungle. "Office assistant," he said, his voice firm despite the tremor. The smile across the desk held no warmth. "We only recruit graduates," she clipped, the door echoing in his dreams. Days blurred, the city's cold winds threatening to extinguish his hope. Sleep became a luxury, Parks his havens, his stomach often empty, but Amur wasn't built for giving up. His wit found outlets. He became a walking newspaper, weaving tales from overheard conversations and library visits. His forgotten math won street games, coins clinking enough for noodles and laughter with Maya. Sure, there were rejections, mocks about his sun-weathered skin, days when the city felt like a maze. But with each blow, Amur's resolve hardened. He stumbled into a deserted alley, tears blurring his vision. Maya found him, her silence a balm. "We'll build our own palace," she declared, "of dreams and stars." Then fate tossed him a curveball. A gruff bookstore owner, with a love for forgotten stories, overheard Amur's narratives. Impressed, he offered him a job, not in the gleaming front pages, but in the dusty attic, cataloguing a universe of words waiting to be rediscovered. Amur's eyes widened. He'd stumbled into a hidden library from a forgotten world. The city, once a menacing giant, was now a labyrinth of possibilities, offering unexpected allies and a stage for his resourcefulness. Amur was far from his dreams, but the flickering candle had become a bonfire, fueled by his spirit and Maya's unwavering support. He may have arrived with dust on his boots and doubts in his heart, but the city was about to learn. You can't keep a good dreamer down, especially when they have a partner in crime, with braids like fireworks and a laugh that could charm the moon out of the sky. The attic dust danced, warmed by afternoon sun. Amur, fiery-eyed, catalogued ancient tomes. "Think if these walls could talk?" he whispered to Maya, perched on leather giants. Empty stomachs gnawed. The city's lullaby grew harsh. Maya's sunshine dimmed. Amur squeezed her hand, forcing a smile. "Don't worry," he rasped. "We'll build our own city, with candy floss roofs." One dreary day, a silver mahogany figure cast a page shadow. Amur looked up, heart leaping, to a man like polished emeralds. "Fascinating," the man rumbled, eyes crinkling. "Tell me, scholar, can you decipher this riddle?" Thus began Amur and Leon's friendship. Leon, the glass tower businessman, became more than patron. He became mentor. Their attic discussions were whirlwinds of ideas, Leon marveling at Amur's boldness, Amur at Leon's silver-threaded wisdom. One moonlit night, Leon unveiled his latest venture, fresh water for drought-stricken villagers. A spark ignited in Amur's eyes. "For Aurora!" he exclaimed, his voice trembling. "Mr. Leon, he stammered, overwhelmed. Leon smiled, city lights glinting in his eyes. "Perhaps, scholar," he said, "you're not meant for dusty attics, but building empires under the sun." The city, once a cold maze, shimmered with possibility. Amur's days were filled with late-night discussions, Leon's wisdom a map out of the shadows. His nights were under the open sky, Maya sharing the thrill with him. One such night, a stray firework sparked a mischievous grin on Maya's face. She snatched a half-burnt baguette and launched it with a cackle, narrowly missing a pigeon. Laughter, as always, followed, echoing through the moonlit streets. Amur's journey was far from easy. Frustration met ambition, the city revealing its hidden corners, not disdainful faces. He even stumbled upon a street vendor who sang opera while roasting chestnuts, his voice adding chaos and merriment. With each sunrise, the dusty boy from Aurora shed another layer of doubt. In the heart of the city, a seed of hope bloomed, nurtured by chance, spirit, and magic. Amur, compass in hand, knew he was on the right track, his feet carrying him, not just through concrete streets, but towards a future as vast and shimmering as the starry sky above. The city pulsed with Amur's ambition. His attic launch pad, fueled by Leon, birthed an audacity. an information marketplace, not brick, but whispers across markets, connecting farmers, artisans, weavers. He sketched his fantastical city of knowledge, Maya giggling at lines and arrows. Potholes littered the road, corner pronouncements met blank stares. A goat munched his plans, while Maya doubled over laughing. Undeterred, Amur leveraged Leon and Maya. Dusty attics became libraries, bartering books for traveller tales. Moonlit markets saw farmers trade knowledge under stars, crows-ca-crow techniques debated fiercely. A soaked Amur chased soggy books in a freak storm, Maya a mermaid rescuing poems and maps, laughter crackling brighter than the fire they dread them be. The boy from Aurora, now a man, wasn't just building a network, he was building a bridge across miles and years, connecting village and city, boy and stars. Under the city lights, Amur knew his future shimmered as vast as the desert sky. Her city lights shimmered with a newfound brilliance, reflecting not just the neon glow of skyscrapers, but the spark of hope Amur had ignited. His network, once a cobweb of whispers, had blossomed into a bustling marketplace of knowledge, buzzing with the voices of farmers, artisans, and dreamers alike. Aurora, once a sun-baked mirage, was now a thriving village. The whispers of the network carrying tales of a son who'd conquered the city and brought back rivers of opportunity. But Amur's ambition, like a desert flower nourished by gratitude, reached far beyond personal success. He remembered the gnawing emptiness of his own belly, the sting of rejection, and built his empire on a foundation of empathy. He established scholarships for village children, his network connecting them to city schools and teachers who saw the potential beyond sun-baked skin. He funded solar irrigation systems, bringing life back to parched fields and smiles to weathered faces. One such inauguration involved a village elder, overcome with emotion, sprinkling water on the newly fertile ground and declaring, "Amur, you made the desert laugh again." His nights were spent under the familiar desert sky, his family the constellations guiding him home. With his parents by his side, he watched the flames dance in their fire, his mother's hand warm on his. "Look, son," she'd say, pointing to the Milky Way, "you built a galaxy of your own." The journey wasn't without thorns. Critics jeered, envious shadows whispered conspiracies, and bureaucracy threatened to choke his initiatives. But Amur, his compass a constant reminder of his North Star, faced each challenge with the same grit and humor that had gotten him this far. Amur's legacy wasn't measured in skyscrapers or bank accounts, but in the eyes of children lit by the hunger for knowledge, in the laughter of farmers as they harvested bountiful crops, in the grateful whispers of mothers whose children dreamed beyond the dust. He was proof that dreams, even those born in sun-baked villages, could take flight, soar across mountains of doubt, and paint the city sky with the vibrant colors of possibility. His story, carried on the desert wind, reached countless ears, igniting sparks in the hearts of dreamers. A young girl in a remote village, gazing at the stars, saw not just constellations, but blueprints for her own city of the mind. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows on the city, Amur stood hand in hand with Maya, their laughter echoing across the rooftops. He wasn't just a successful entrepreneur. He was a storyteller, his life a testament to the power of resilience, the magic of friendship, and the unwavering belief that even the dustiest dreams can bloom into vibrant realities. And Amur, his compass clutched tight, his heart a beacon of hope, knew that as long as there were dreamers, there would be stories to tell, bridges to build, and cities, real and imagined, waiting to be born under the endless, shimmering sky.